got a 6-foot mower on my Kubota 6800, and it is vibrating, has been for some time, vibrating horribly. We're gonna try to fix it. So what I did the other day, I raised it up and got up under it, and don't ever get under one unless you've got it blocked up. Do not ever trust the hydraulics on your tractor, even a brand new tractor, to keep your implements, your front end loader, anything like that, suspended in the air and you get under it. That is a good way to die. There are obituaries you can read on the internet and see that I'm right. So what I did the other day, there's several things that will make your brush hog vibrate, and one of the main things is these blades getting turned, not able to straighten out. I don't know whether you're familiar with how this works. Centrifugal force throws these blades out to the side. They pivot on that pin right there, pivot back and forth for a reason. If you hit a stump, you hit a rock, something like that, it'll bounce off of it and go back the other way. So they're supposed to pivot on these, but sometimes they will get frozen. I've got grease all over them. I'm trying not to touch the camera with it. Let me put my foot on and stop it. So I got up under it, and there's not a lot of play in it, not at all, but I went in there, I sprayed some anti-seize stuff that I made, like WD-40, PB Blast or something like that, and then I also greased it. I've done that before with success, but I've never greased it. My brother-in-law told me to grease it, so I tried to work with my fingers, tried to work some grease down in here. You know, it's not easy to get grease in a little crack like that is. That is just a little crack. But work it down in the best you can and get these greased up to where they are, where they swing freely. That's pretty doggone free. And same one with the other side. But while I was under here, I also noticed that my disc here, my stump jumper, there's another name for that or whatever, this disc that these blades are tied to is loose. I don't know whether you can see that, but there is play in that disc. That is just me moving the disc, not the blade. It's not a lot, it's not terrible, but it could very well be my issue. So I went to the Kubota shop, talked to the Kubota mechanic, and he said it's pretty common for these to work out a little bit. Said when they come, the gearbox is on the back side of this, which is on the top side of the tractor. We're looking at the top side of the mower. We're looking at the bottom side of the mower, and it's got a spline shaft in it. I'll show you what a spline shaft. This is the back of my PTO. That's called a spline shaft. It's not just a round smooth shaft. It's got grooves in it. This one has, I think, 6 or ridges or grooves or whatever, and it's slightly tapered as you come down toward the end. This right here is going to be a little bit smaller than that. So that's a spline shaft, and we have that also on the bottom of the mower. So I took the little cotter pin, it's got a little cotter pin in this castle nut, took it out. I've got a socket, I believe it's an inch and 3/8 or something like that. And we're going to put that on there with an impact wrench, and we're going to try to drive this disc tighter up against, try to drive it that way, tighten it up to drive it that way, and tighten it up against the housing, the gearbox. It's going to be noisy. Let's try it. Okay, I did not see any movement whatsoever. So I'm gonna try to put a cheater bar on it and see if I can move it. But it's gonna be hard to do. Well, I guess if you first don't succeed, get a bigger bar. So I put a piece of pipe on the end of my cheater bar, on the end of my cheater bar, or breakover bar. All right, that's a breakover bar. That's a little 1-inch piece of pipe, and that's a 2 3/8 piece of pipe, about 4 feet long. And I felt it move 2 or 3 times. Maybe you can hear it move. Try it one more time. That was a movement. That's a movement. That's it. Well, I got it to move several more times without falling down. Still just a little loose. I'm gonna attack it again tomorrow, and I'll show you my final result. And I was about 8 feet out there with a cheater bar, but I busted something. Well, you can see it crack. Not supposed to be there. So let me give you an update. I got the nut off, and that is what I broke, was the castle nut. That's called a castle nut, pretty obvious reasons. And I cracked it. So I'm gonna go down to Kubota place, see if they've got one. But I didn't break anything on this, on the stump jumper. I broke the nut. Of course, the nut's got a big collar on it, kind of a built-in washer, in a sense. And I broke it. Of course, when I broke it, it was real easy to come off because it had expanded some. So that's the update for now. I'll let you know what I did in another video, and putting it back together, whatever I decide to do, if I decide to haul it into them. But I will try it once, put the nut on it, get blades if I can, if order blades probably, if nothing else, and just see how smooth it is. But that's it for right now. We're gone.